Welcome back to Brews and Books. I'm your host Camille, and today I have my unfinished book series for you today. So let's get right into the beer. So today's beer is from 11 Below Brewing. It's going to be an IPA, and it is called Hipster Sauce IPA. So this one is going to be, let's look at it. It's got a 6.5% alcohol per volume. And the IBU is going to be 55, and it is going to be super good. So I love the little fish on it. He's got his little top hat and his monocle. I mean, he's on a bike. He's fishing for hops. I love it. This is super cute. Let's go ahead and crack her open. And get it open. Bada bing. And of course, I have a respective 11 Below Brewing. This is actually a brewery out in Houston, Texas, where I'm originally from. So I have definitely visited this brewery and I love it. It's got such a very, though it may be like kind of in a industrial type of environment, it definitely feels very homey and very special. I went with my brother, so it was really nice to kind of bond with him over beer, and it was a good time. So I definitely would love to go back and get my hands on some beer fresh out from the tap there. And of course, as you can tell, this one has a very caramel-esque look to it. It's very pretty. And then there is a little bit of sediment at the bottom of this, which is great. I love a little bit of sediment. It definitely adds to the beer, but it's definitely kind of hazy, and it's not a hazy IPA, but definitely when you have any sediment or if you have something that's not as clear, it's definitely going to be somewhat of a little bit hazy. So I'm curious if they were meaning to make this as hazy. It's actually pretty darn hazy, but yeah, I love it. Let's give her, it actually kind of has a little pink tinge to it, but I don't know, it looks good. Let's give her a whirl. Solid IPA, very, very solid. So I would probably rate this on a, what are we doing, 5? We do a 5 out of 5, or, oh God. We do a rating out of 5. So I would give this probably a 4 out of 5 beers. I really like this. It's a very level-headed IPA because you still have the dankness, the very bitter taste of the hops, but it is starting very well, and then your back end taste is, it's very smooth, it's very simple, and there's not a big aftertaste like a lot of IPAs can have. So this one is a very solid one. So if you were looking for a very starter IPA, I think this one would be great for you. All right, cheers, y'all. So the first series is the Gone series by Michael Grant. I originally started this one probably at the end of my high school career, but never finished it or finished the first book. And then I never picked it up again. And so at some point I was like, you know what? I really want to finish this series because it's like post-apocalyptic, or it's like in between, before the apocalypse and then post. I don't know. It's a dystopian. And I'm very curious to know what it's about. I just need to like actually wrap my head around finishing the series and just pushing through it. I'm curious as to how good it is. It was enjoyable when I was reading it, but I got busy or something. It was a long time ago. Whatever. Okay, the next series I have is the Night World series. and this is by L.J. Smith. So I have book 1 and 2, and I like these special edition copies. I was getting them off of Book Outlet, but there's a lot more books to this series, and I really need to get my hands on them. So this is a really, really good one because this is definitely about vampires. And if anyone's good about writing vampires, it's L.J. Smith. I loved. So good series. I'm ready to dive more because vampires. The next series that I have is by Nikki Kelly. First one and second one, and I do believe there's a third one, but I think these are about fallen angels, and I am a huge fan of fallen angels and anything that deals with supernatural, especially with fallen angels. I think it's a topic that's not always touched upon, but whenever it's written, in my opinion, it does pretty well. So I look forward to starting this and finishing and hopefully loving it. The next series that I have is the Flawed series by Cecilia Ahern. I finished the first one and I enjoyed it fully, and I haven't picked it up, and so I read the Flawed last year, probably towards the beginning of the year, and I had the second book, or at least when did I order it? I think I ordered the second book sometime last year, but towards the end of the year, and I just haven't read it yet. So I'm looking forward to starting Perfect and finishing it, and overall rating this whole entire series. The last series is the Fallen series. There's so many other books that are called the Fallen series, like who is it by? Is it by Lauren Kate or Kate? I think it's Lauren Kate. I don't know, but there's another Fallen. There's a lot of Fallen series. This Fallen series by Thomas Sniegoski, I tried, is about fallen angels. So like I said, I love fallen angel stories. I have actually finished the first one, I think in college. That's when I started reading it. If not, it was towards the end of my high school career, and I just never got around to finishing the series, but I'm really wanting to finish this and putting it behind my belt of books that I've read. They're pretty big, but overall I loved the first one, and so I'm sure that the next sets are going to be just as good, if not better. So yeah. Alright y'all, so that is it for my unfinished series. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you like content like this, definitely hit that subscribe button. But till next time, cheers to beer and cheers to books. Bye y'all.